Hi, everyone. And we're waiting for Maddie. Hi, DFS. Actually, I'm going to be doing a reading for you, and I'm going to do two different oracle decks for you. Let me bring that up already. I'm not somebody who delves into a lot of things like solar eclipses and the meetings and this, that, and the other, but all I have to do is ask the other side, which I did. Hi, love. How are you? So let me just go over hi, let me just go over the rules. So we have to be 18 or over to get a reading, no health, no legal, and don't put anybody's proper name into your request or your comment. You're free to go ahead and put in a request for a reading. And we randomly select. And so do post your request a couple of times so that we can see it. I am going to start with DFS. Hi, Angela. How are you? Hi, love. You guys, tell me how it was with the eclipse. Did you guys get to see the eclipse? I live in an area where it really didn't do a thing. Nothing. So I didn't get to do that. So we will be doing readings in just a minute. Maddie will be coming in. Hi, Jenna Lynn. Okay, I see your question. We're going to randomly select, but I'm going to probably do a couple of them before Maddie comes in. So you didn't get to see it. Well, it didn't even cast a shadow here. So nothing. So I just wasn't in that band that they had, to see it. Yeah, I'm so busy that I really don't get to do all the neat things like the rituals and things that I used to do. I'm writing all the time. So, good morning, Tracy. Oh, you saw it on TV? I just figure I'd see everybody's photos, in my social media. That'll come up. Some people got it. Sometimes, people were taking pictures and you just see a cloud. So I go, that didn't work. So anyway, these are free readings, and Maddie and I have live links for tips up in the description, as well as scrolling down below. If you want to book a private reading with Maddie, and he goes very, very in depth in the readings, then you can just contact him. He's at mattytarot@gmail.com. And also, we'll put up a QR code later that you can scan with your phone to takes you right to his booking. So let me go ahead and start. Share the show and all that good stuff for us. Thank you. It's Mystery Monday, which is always fun. So DFS, what I did for you is I went ahead and asked the other side what things would be coming in this time period for you. I used two different oracle decks, and I love this one. I'm going to put that up there. So I love this deck. There's so many, and this one is the Angels and Ancestors deck. So one of the things that this card is all about is emotions. And it said you'll have a chance to connect with your emotions. Okay. Also, the Goddess Love Oracle, I took that. And then during this time period is expressing joy. So very joyful, a time to have joy come into your life. I love that one. And this one is radiance. And what radiance means is just to shine and to rejoice in your life. Take that time to really think about who you are and shine your light bright And it looks like you're going to have something come in because it's joy and all of that. And don't keep it in. Express your emotions and rejoice in your life, in all the good things. Count your blessings. So you have 3 really good cards for the next 2 weeks there. I love that. I thought that was really neat. Thank you for that question. And I am going to go see what else you guys are saying. Okay. Let me go through. Hi, Angela Rose. I'm going to grab some cards for you. So tonight I'll be using the tarot as always. I can do a 3-month reading, April, May, and June, or just April if you want, and or a general reading or a question. And Matty will be here soon. Okay. So let me connect to your energy. Let me see what comes up. Okay, Angela Rose. So if you guys do want a 3-month reading or something like that, you can just ask in the comments. Then I'll be ready for that. Okay, I'm going to flip them over. This takes the longest time. Let's see what we have here. First cards are going to represent you. And then the message and the reading comes at the last 6. Oh, you have good cards. The card that represents you is one of, you may have an idea or you may get one that comes in. I see that you're going to grab onto it. You're going to successfully implement it. So an idea comes in. It's going to be important to quickly go with it. Okay. I think it is very, very successful. And I love that. I love that idea coming in because they're showing me how creative you are. The energy crossing you is, creativity. Maybe you can get a money making idea, create something, a product, or just do some things creatively and get in and do things. I do have crossing you in temporary energy, sitting on your money, holding your money, tightly. That's fine. You should just sit on it, save it, or budget it out. I see, though, you're going to get a bunch of money, like a hunk of money's coming in the future. I feel like you've left something, like something's built up and you're moving away from it because your future goes in a different direction. It's time to move on. I get you waiting on some kind of results or to see what's going to happen. Remember, I get this really creative thing for you to maybe have a money-making idea or to actually make a product or something. I get a lot of success with you, and you have success over a lifetime. So you have double success cards here, which is really great. I get you working well with people and someone in priority in your life. I get a very loving, loyal male, one that likes to be around the water. I feel very compassionate with this person. Sometimes they're a dad energy or they would be a good dad. And that's what I have for you today. Hi, Matty
That was
Tarot.
lovely. That was lovely. Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Hello, everybody.
I can hear my feedback.
You can hear it?
Okay, let me talk. Okay, I think it's okay now.
It's gone now? Okay, good.
Yeah. I was a little squeaking there. I'll turn down my volume just in case it's coming back at you there.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay. So I did DFS and I did Angela Rose. So we have those 2 finished and just been chatting about the eclipse. Did you get to wear some eyeglasses and watch it?
I did, yes. And I took a few pictures. I put my phone camera, the lens of the glasses up to the phone camera, and I took some pictures and recorded like a little video. But Yeah, it was really cool. It was awesome. It was a lot more than I thought we would see.
Oh, I figured it was nothing. We just kept looking to see if we get any darkness, and we were just about the same.
No,
So
yeah,
I was
it
like,
didn't
oh
get
well.
it didn't get darker. No, the
I
dark.
got I got out some call the money incense. Lit that out there. Do you guys ever use call the money?
No, what is that?
It's incense and it's formulated. I don't remember the not chemicals, but the ingredients that are on the incense. But it's supposed to be everything that's money oriented. So you light it, and you can say words over it if you want, and it's supposed to call money into you.
Oh,
So
nice.
it was. I knew where the incense was, so I grabbed it and I lit it, and I went under there and went. I know you're Eclipse. I'm gonna go ahead and light the money one. So that's what I did. That was
I love that.
that was me honoring the back in the days I'd have a big table set full of cabbage and all kinds of stuff and candles, a little
Why
room.
cabbage?
Well, they're in all the foods and everything. There's different things. It depends on what I would be asking for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I would do things like for people for love, and I would make these big tables, and they'd be full of anywhere from the tablecloth pattern to the metals to the crystals to the food on the table would be all for one certain thing.
Ah,
But for
I
eclipse, I
love that.
don't know. Anything you want. Ask for it. Heart's desire. Mine was money.
No, I didn't. I haven't. I didn't really think of doing that with the eclipse because I usually what is it? A new moon ritual is when you ask for something to come in, right? And then the full moon ritual is release.
Okay, this is the thing. Everybody made up all the rules. People made up all the rules. And when there is any kind of thing that happens in the heavens or anything, you can do whatever you want and whatever you feel that you want to do. And for the moon things, I would always put out water. Whatever I set the intention on, and if I had flowers or anything, I would take that water the next day after the moon magic's done and pour it on the actual plant to let it grow and
Oh, I
to
love
bless
that.
the plant. So I would always have a candle and I'd have a few things out. You can make these rituals as big as you want and opulent or as simple. And so I just simply used some incense today.
I
But
love
yeah,
that.
don't get stuck. Don't get stuck with what somebody told you that this is only in and this is out or whatever. Go with what you want to put out that night.
Well, you have taught me something today. So it's Mystery Monday, you guys. Debbie unveiling the mystery and lifting the veil. I love it.
Oh, yes.
No, that's amazing. I love that.
My work here is done.
No. You're here till 7:30 with us.
I am. Every
All right.
Monday and Wednesday and Friday.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, I've got Tracy Freer, and I don't think I'm saying that right, but we'll see. Yeah, this is who I've chosen. So, hi, Tracy. Happy Mystery Monday and happy Eclipse Day.
And Jenna Lynn, you're next.
I'm using the Muse Tarot for this evening.
Have we seen that one before?
I think I've used it like once or twice, but I mean, I'll show you after the reading and you know, but it's really cool. It's kind of like how would you say? What's it called? Like digital art, I guess. What multimedia art? I don't even know what it would be called.
Oh, okay.
But kind of like it looks like somebody took a bunch of different pictures and put them together, like a digital art project.
Oh, neat.
All right, just a moment more. Okay, something was, normally that's a lot of cards, but my intuition's telling me take all of them. Okay. All right, so yeah, normally I wouldn't take that many if they fell over, but these are your cards. Okay. Tracy. Tracy, what's new and exciting coming to you is I'm going to put it this way, the opportunity to transform yourself. There's something you're not happy about, or something that's wearing you down. Maybe it's something that's just that you've kind of accepted, and kind of told yourself, gotten in the idea in your mind that, well, this will always just be this way. So might as well not get upset about it, or might as well not hyper focus on it, or pay any mind to it. But it won't always be that way. It doesn't have to be. But you have to be willing to do the inner work in regard to this. This is, I believe this has to do with your self-image. Not, hold on one second. Yeah, so you have to stay committed. So there's this fear you have, or maybe you want to identify with it as a fear. So I'll use the word like insecurity, but really insecurities are just fears. But maybe you have this insecurity about yourself, or the way, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I can't pinpoint it, but it has to do with you and the way you view yourself, maybe your behavior, or maybe even your appearance. I'm not sure. You know, everybody has insecurities though about both their behavior and appearance. So I'm not singling you out in any way. We're all in the same boat there. What I am saying though is that there's something that you don't like. You keep yourself smaller in this regard because of that insecurity. And so what you are being asked to do is to bring to heal that, and to bring a new way of thinking to the table. But in order to do this, you're going to have to how do you say, you're going to have this radical acceptance that sometimes we may not believe the things that we are. So with affirmations, when you say them over and over again, at first you may not believe it. And that's okay. You just keep going, keep going, keep going. Try to shift the way you talk to yourself. So that inner critic in your mind, when it is saying, I call mine the BITCH, nobody invited. When it starts to say things, you need to combat it. You need to be consciously aware and combat it at every chance you're able to, because it runs on a loop, and it just runs in the background sometimes. And sometimes it rapid fires things off so quickly that it's like, we don't even catch it throughout the day. How many times, you know, you might, what am I trying to say? It's really interesting. I've been around people before, and you say, I've pointed out, it's like, well, you got to stop doubting yourself. And it's like, they'll go, I don't doubt myself. And I'm like, you quite literally do, like, all the time. Like, and so they are not even noticing that they're doubting themselves. Like it's so, they're so used to it. And so really, to see ourselves fully, we need others, because we have cognitive dissonance, where our brain, you know, it takes information and it filters. If it goes along with what we already believe, it's going to take that information and it's going to go, yep, pay a lot of attention to this. But if it doesn't go along with what we believe, it's going to take that information and go, nah, throw it to the side. Don't. We're not going to weigh those bits of information as heavily as the stuff that already aligns with our beliefs. So it's very ingrained. And so question your beliefs, question your inner critic, question that voice inside of your mind, question yourself. This is something that is it's on your life path, and it brings it brings change in your life in a way that is unexpected, because you are going to realize there's some people around you that don't deserve the compassion you give them. You will see that there's some people you need to cut the cord with. I'm just going to say that. And it's going to cause a little chaos, but you got to clean house. You got to clean house. It's spring cleaning time. How about that? Because you got the Empress card here. So, this is something new, something being birthed, something that is, you're stepping into your power, essentially. And there's some healing you got to do, because there's somebody or a few people really that have been taking advantage of you, quite frankly. And the Five of Materials here, you got to leave them out. You got to leave them out in the cold, and you may feel bad about this, but get this. Sometimes when we coddle somebody so much that they never have to experience the unpleasant trees of life, or the unpleasantries of, like, their poor behavior choices, or whatever it may be, if they don't ever have to experience the consequences, well, we're creating a monster. And you're taking, so in creating that monster, we're taking all the beating from the consequences, or whatever it may be, the backlash. And they become also, what's the word? They become ungrateful, and they take advantage. And that's just what that does. So you're helping them more by leaving them to realize and recognize the consequences of their own choices. And so really, that's all I'm getting here. I hope this is resonating, because it's a very vague message, and I'm doing my best here, but that's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do Jenilyn. Okay, Jenilyn, hi. You want to know if you're going to get an apartment in the next couple of weeks. Let me tell you about the first 4 cards. The card that represents you is the Ten of Swords, and that is a card of feeling very alone and unsupported. So I'm going to tell you, when I get this card, I tell people to make sure that they're going to target their spirit guides. It's time to tell them to give you everything that you need, all the tools, the people, whatever it is, so that you feel grounded, secure, and you don't feel like you're unsupported. Okay. So ask them for everything that you want that will ground you, and, especially for that apartment. Crossing you in temporary energy is a lot of wonderful things. I get ambitious. I get motivated. I think that this energy is yours, and you want to excel in all of that. Own that in your body, and start believing it, and start going for what you want. Don't let anything get you down. Always raise your vibration when you want to manifest and you want to bring something in. Okay. I do get that there'll be a woman that comes in the future that will help you with your finances. Okay. Give you good advice. I'm going to tell you, did you happen to get like a new job, or new work, or new stream of money, or new project? Because I feel like something was offered recently. Now I looked at 6 weeks. Do I have my card that says new home? I don't, but you have some really great cards. So let me tell you about it. The first week here that we're coming into, I get that you're going to get your desires and reach your goal, make a change for the better in your home and whatever work that you do. Okay. So very, very good. You're doing well here. The second week that comes up, I feel like there's indecision. What should I do? And all of that. When you get that card, you have to go to your guides, your spirit guides, and just say, give me the gift of clarity. I need to know what to do. I need to know to make fast and the right decisions for myself and for your family. Okay. So you're going to ask them to do that. In the third week from now, I do get that there's a big change in lifestyle for you for the better. Okay. Like a transformation from wherever you are into something better. So let's go 4 weeks in. I get good news of money. So this is very good. Right after that, in the 5th week, you're going to worry too much. And the other side says you don't have to worry that much. Bring it down. So if you are into manifesting or to say your prayers, whatever, be strong in it and start them and ask for what you want. And I do get in the 6th week, you big ideas and great things coming in. Okay. But there's a special card that I need to see, and when I tell everybody, yeah, there's the apartment. But you, nonetheless, you're getting desires, you're reaching goals, you're gonna have a big change in, positive change in the way that you live. But as far as having your own apartment, I don't see that here. Okay. So that's what I have for you. And best of luck and manifest for everything that you want and you need. Okay. And that's what I have.
I love it. Okay, I've chosen Jasmina. Jasmina. Okay. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. And the reason is, I'll get into it in just a second. Yep, that affirms it. Okay. All right. So there's a reason to celebrate here. There's maybe something about support from friends and family or support from loved ones that might be important at this time. But you got to look at the big picture, and you got to also take into consideration the how are you moving with leadership, Jasmina? So taking action, not just talking about it or hoping for something, taking action and taking action through intuitive action. So your intuition is coming through, and you may quickly doubt the things that it says. So there may be this wild idea that pops in your mind, and then you're like, oh, that'll never work, or oh no, I can't do that, I'm too embarrassed, or I'm whatever it may be. But that wild idea that you quickly doubted was your intuition trying to tell you something, and then you're supposed to take action on those things. So our intuition, it comes through, and it oftentimes we don't follow it because we're not aware that it's our intuition, one, and then two, we doubt it, and then we don't take action on it. So that wild idea where you're like, maybe I should try this, and then you're like, no, do it, try it, take action on that, and it has to do with working with somebody. You've got the 3 of materials here, the 3 of pentacles. So taking a leadership role, working alongside someone, this is going to create something really, really, really great. And it's, normally the Knight of Cups is about dating or about some sort of romance, but here I'm not getting that energy. I'm getting here that through this inspired action, working with another, there is something that is there's something that's generated and brought into play, something born, essentially. That's the message I'm getting with the Knight of Cups here. And it's really good. It brings a lot. So look, the sun here, this is why I'm saying there is money coming for you, because the sun is the best card in the tarot. And then the 2 of Pentacles, which it's a sense of balance. So you got to find that balance, though. And maybe it's with the person you are butting heads with. I'm not sure. But there is the Queen of Cups here that says that something needs to be healed. So maybe you're holding yourself back due to bad relationship, or maybe you're holding yourself back due to not seeing eye to eye with somebody, or maybe somebody doesn't give you the recognition that you feel you deserve, and that's maybe because you're not following your intuition and taking that leadership role. It could be many things. However this applies to you, I want you to apply it that way. And what you don't see coming is you do get that recognition. You do get that recognition, and you get that praise, and somebody sees. So the Six of Wands here, essentially you get your flowers, and it means a lot to you, and that even pushes you to put in more work. So the Seven of Pentacles, watering the garden, and you know, it's not yet. You're not going to see the benefit from this immediately, but it's something that will grow over time. Okay. But there's something you're not taking action on. And I think you know what it is. But that's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. Okay. I am going with Linda.
Linda.
Hello, Linda. You know, the best card comes down for you, Linda. It really does. I don't know if you felt in your life that you've had, you know, everything or whatever, but it's a wonderful card that represents you right now. I love that. I feel like that you are waiting to find out something in the future. It tells me we're going to be reflecting on the past, sweet memories, and that type of thing. I do get a Queen of Swords. So do you feel like you're a real strong personality? Because either somebody is important in your life or you are that person. I think you probably are. A Queen of Swords is very Libra-like, a strong sense of what's right and what's wrong, strong personality, strong opinions, and smart. And I love it. So this is who I have in the past, in the recent past for you, but I think it's you. I do feel like on your path, they're showing me a money-minded woman that is could give you really good advice about money, because we are going to be talking about money a little bit here. I get that there's something coming in, like a new stream of money that's going to come in for you. I do want to tell you, I feel a sense of loss. I don't know if somebody passed or not, but I do see a sense of loss. I asked about that, and on that path, they're showing me kind of waiting for something to come into you, like a reward. And I get like a little chunk of money, and you thinking about your future. I get a little bit challenged for you after that, like it's hard to go forward. I do get a little bit of a tug on the heartstrings, and but I want to tell you, they told me that you're going to go somewhere, so I do get you going traveling somewhere, and it comes from all these things that occur in this timeline. So that's what I have for you tonight. I, you know, I just really feel like that there is a time of sadness and a time of challenge. So do know that, but do enjoy your trip. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Loverly.
Lovely.
Pendulum time.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. Marianne. Yes. The answer is yes. So the world here is that there's an end of a cycle. So if I don't know what this has to do with, but something comes to an end. And then the reason I'm saying that that's what that is here is in the context of that. So the world, the end of a cycle, and then look, the Fool, a new beginning. And then the Magician's here as well. And we all know what the Magician is. You know, it's the, I am, you know, the creator of my own reality. I can manifest. I am able to call in what I ask for. So these are 3 cards in the major arcana. So it's all major arcana here. And that right there just tells me, you know, with the Magician coming out and the something ending, something beginning, and the fact that it's 3 major arcana cards, that's all affirming yes. And then on top of that, I just asked the pendulum, and I'll do it again for you. If I can stop shaking, hold on. Okay. I'm thinking of your question, and look at it going back, forward and backward. There it goes. So that's a yes. Spirit says yes. All right. So just be patient. There's not a timeline here, but be patient. Don't get in your own way by casting doubt. You know, I'm sure Debbie knows a lot about this. If you know anything about manifesting, it's that, you know, our thoughts are like signals and frequencies, and everything is being corresponded with in the universe. And so it's like, even when we have this doubt, it's it goes out and it cancels a lot of the things we try to call in. So I just want to say one thing about manifesting. I've manifested some pretty amazing things in my life where I've even surprised myself. And so I can say that every time I've done it this way and actually did it all the things correctly, I've manifested whatever I wanted. So the tricks are that you have to let go of the outcome. You can't fixate on an outcome, or how do I say this? You can't fixate on the path of how to get to that outcome. So the outcome you're wanting, whatever path you think is the way to get there, let go of that, because the universe is infinite, and the universe has many, many, many pathways, infinite amount of pathways. And our limited human perception may only see path A, B, and C. But, you know, when path A fails, path B fails, and path C fails, we doubt it and we never get the thing, because we stop. You know, we're no longer trying. We're no longer taking action. We're no longer believing, because we believed our own limited perception and said, oh, well, all the paths I thought could lead there, they all failed. So I can't do that anymore. False. We don't know more than the universe. So don't pretend like you do, and let go of what your perception of what pathway, you know, is to the thing is, and just accept that it can happen in any way. Another way of saying this, and very simply, is let go and let God. Okay. So that's very important. You also have to align your intention with the collective, the good of the collective. So a lot of times we might want something that benefits solely us, but think about it this way. If I get, so let's just say it's like a job position, or let's just say it's like, you know, a person specifically, or that, you know, you're trying to manifest. Well, what's going to come of you getting that job position? It's going to allow you to help others, right? And so that's the intention you want to focus on when you're doing that manifesting, is focusing on the good it will provide to the people around you, the collective. What good will it do the world? How will it benefit the world? And so you can still want that thing for yourself. I want that job because when I have that job, I will be in a position to do A, B, C, D, E, and help others. And that's where you want to bring your focus. So align your intention with the good of the collective. Let go and let God. You also have to work on your own inner doubt and not canceling it out. And you have to actually believe. So if you have a tendency to not believe in yourself, then that's something you got to work on too. And then And then essentially patience and gratitude, patience and gratitude, because a lot of times what we do is we'll want something and we'll desire it. And then as time goes on, we start losing gratitude because we didn't get it yet, or we have, you know, a bad circumstance in life, and it just kind of makes us in a negative mood. And so we forget to be grateful for things. So that's also very important. So with those 4 things, if you're able to fully execute those 4, you're going to get anything you try and manifest, and I guarantee it. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to do Chaley, but I want to say hi to Soul Sandoval. He's a new subscriber.
Oh, hi, welcome.
Here we go. Hi, Chaley. Okay. You wanted a general reading. What I have for you that represents you is you going through some kind of change or wanting to kind of go in a different direction, more positive one. That's good because I feel like that's what you're manifesting in. I get a very easygoing energy over you, a temporary energy right now. They do show me that you're going to be a bit stuck in the future, and I will tell you what that's about. You always have to make sure that if things don't work out for you, formulate new goals right away so that you can just step and slip right into manifesting them in. Okay. They're showing me a person and importance in the past. This can be a mother type of energy. Very nice, nurturing, creative, and intuitive energy here with this woman. So that could it could be you, or it could be somebody that is has those attributes. Now they're showing me that you're going to get a wish come true, something that you want. Good news of money as well, and another female that steps in that is very intelligent and strong and capable. So that's always a good friend. They show me that an idea is going to come in. I feel like you're going to really go after it, for this change, but I get the sadness and grief and loss card. So I said, what is that about? This idea that comes in, I feel that it's all about a new stream of money. It will change your life and all of that. I don't see it happening, Chaley. I see you moving on from it. And that's where we get that sense of, oh, I got this idea and I went after it and I started implementing and it didn't work out. So I want you to know in advance of that. Okay. You start over. So I have the card of starting over and going in another direction. Like here's a new path now. But beware if you have some kind of like intellectual property, an idea, and you jump on it and you go for it and it's going to change your life. I don't see that working out. Okay. So that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie. Okay. I'm going to take, let's see, Maria McBarb. Okay. I'm still pulling a few cards for you, so just a moment.
We'll be putting up Matty Tarot's QR code next so that you guys can have your phones ready and snap a picture. It'll take you right to booking a reading or giving you more information.
Yes. Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maria. I almost started singing that song. Maria, she reminds me of a West Side Story. Played by Carlos Santana. That song, you know? Anyway. So, Maria, you keep yourself stuck. We all do it. But you're doing it in a way that is because of you've had some pretty rough experiences with people in life, like with like love partners or romantic partners. Like, dang, I just want to say I'm sorry. Like, because that, I mean, it happens, but like somebody did you real wrong and it like real dirty. It's real bad. And that hurt you, that stuck with you. And it's like, I don't like that. I don't like the feeling I'm getting right now from it's the pain that was left with you. And I'm so sorry, first of all. I hope you know that people's behavior is not a reflection of you. Like you, I hope you've at least made it to the point where you understand that you didn't deserve that. You weren't treated that way because you are less important than anyone, or that you aren't enough. You weren't treated that way because you're not enough. You know, people's behavior is about them. It's not a reflection of you or your worth or of the amount you've given, whether it was good enough. It does not have to do with any of that. So a lot of times people think that, and I think this was like someone being unfaithful to you, but a lot of times when someone's unfaithful, they think, oh, it's because I wasn't doing enough. No, actually, it's because that person's insecure. Believe it or not, the person who steps out and is unfaithful is because they don't feel like they're enough. That's the plot twist, right? So it's usually because they think that the person they're with is too good for them, that they're not enough for that person, and so they have to seek out that external validation, or that, yeah, or you know, a lot of times they don't know how to ask for their needs or communicate them as well. So that's another thing. They're, you know, they seek out that external validation or that need elsewhere because it's easier to do it with a you know, with a stranger, or and not have to get into that deeper level of how do you say, vulnerability. So you know, it's the easy road. And I'll say this, you it looks like that's why it happened in your situation. So if you it looks like you're still looking for closure, or you're still looking to try and get over this, you're still grieving over this. And so I want to get, first of all, I want to say closure. You don't need closure from the other person. You need it. That's something you give yourself. And maybe you just like want to know why, because it doesn't make sense to you. And I can tell you why. The reason why is because this person doesn't know how to communicate. They don't feel comfortable in their own vulnerability, so they have a disdain toward their own vulnerable emotions. So they feel them. This person's not, they don't not feel them. They feel them, and then they shame themselves for feeling it or for thinking it, and they don't communicate that. And then they also read into your actions and your behaviors, and make them very personal. So this person likely thought that you were always critical of them, and you weren't. You were actually just trying to express yourself and express the pain you were feeling about something, but they always took it as an attack, and they always took it like you're trying, like everything you said, you were like, how could you possibly think that I was being rude there? Like, I'm trying to talk. I have a feel. I'm getting this feeling that oftentimes you felt like, how the heck did this turn around on me? Why are you mad at me right now? Like, and it was exhausting for you. This person, they don't know how to communicate their needs. They don't even know what their own needs are, so they can't even go about asking to have them met if they don't know what they are. They don't feel like, you know, when they in the moments they were vulnerable with you, they shamed themselves for getting too close, to opening up too much, being too soft, being too vulnerable. They shamed themselves for those things. And then also down the line with somebody, as it gets more in close or intimate, or those feelings are opened up, the people like this, they tend to, because they shame themselves for being vulnerable, close relationships don't work for them, because what do you need for a very close, intimate relationship? Vulnerability. And so they start to feel out of place. They start to feel like it's not right. They start to feel uncomfortable. They start to distance themselves. And they do that in many different ways. And one of them is being unfaithful. And that's the reason this happened. Not because you didn't do anything. Not because of anything you didn't do. And not because you weren't enough. It's because this person has not met themselves at the level that you've met yourself. And when someone's so far away from themselves, they can't even communicate their own self or their own inner world. There's no way they could possibly see you or take you into consideration. So that's what happened here. Just know that. But this has really, really left a mark on you, and you are in your head about it. And you need to understand that that's you got to take time to allow the emotions to pass. Emotions are temporary. Feelings are temporary. They come and they go. They won't last forever. And so you got to feel them, though, for them to go. So if you don't feel them or allow yourself to feel them, what you're actually doing is holding on to those things. So you're by storing it in your body. So, and then unexpressed emotion over time turns into a physical ailment, and you can look that up. That's, you know, a lot of times we don't really think about it that way, but I mean, stress is one of the number one killers in the world, and it also ages us. So not expressing these emotions keeps a lot of stress in our body, and it keeps tension, and it keeps essentially it keeps that there. There's a resentment that builds from it, and it gets really convoluted and over time, and we don't really know the reason we're upset anymore, or we don't really know why we're so, apathetic. It's like over time, all these unexpressed things that you never really let yourself feel and never let go of out of your emotional body, they build up. And now, your back always hurts, and you have a headache, and your eyes hurt, and you are lethargic, and you don't feel well, and you're apathetic about everything. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying that's where it goes. And so, yeah, a lot of times people don't make that, don't understand that, though. And that they really think that they can just push things away. Like, our emotions are going to come out whether you want them to or not. So you can either be the regulator of that and take control of that, or you can let them run you. And as long as you're pushing things away, and then the moment it does come out and it affects a situation or affects other people in a way that's not fair to them, and it's very poor behavior choices that are happening, that's our emotions running us. The free will is gone there. There's no free will. You're being controlled. You're being ran by your emotions, and you're not in control. So, again, I'm not preaching at you right now. I'm just saying in general, that's what happens. So you got to do some inner work here about, like, looking at the mental construct you've built around this pain and dismantling it. The Eight of Swords is a card of, it is a mental construct, and that's it. This fear you've cast it out and projected onto the world as a whole does not exist out there. It's only in your mind. And that is because not every person is the same. Not everyone's the same. I know you've been hurt by somebody, but you can't look at everyone that way, as if they're going to do that, and let that person ruin your trust for the world or for people. And understand, and I know this is a really hard message right here to hear, but understand that it's probably going to, I mean, you're probably going to get hurt again by somebody. It's not, I mean, the likelihood of that happening, I'm just being real. It's real. Like, people, but then there's going to be that person that doesn't do that, and you're never going to meet them if you don't go and get the experience of of life, of meeting people, of relationships. It's like you're never going to meet that person unless you learn the things you need to learn and continue down your path, because everything does happen for a reason. I mean, this is going to bring about a huge shift within your mental, that your outlook of the world and the way you view yourself, and you're in control of where that goes. You can let it tear you down, or you can let it empower you. And so, what did this relationship teach you? What did it teach you about yourself? What did it teach you about future relationships? You probably know what you want and what you don't want now. You probably have a better idea about yourself, and you have the opportunity to uplift those parts of you and see what you were not giving yourself, because there's something about this person that you got out of it that you weren't giving yourself. And when they left and robbed you of that, as well as the sense of, like, the respect and the dignity, but you felt like that was a lot was taken from you in this, and you're not seeing that they did not take that quality that exists within you away from you. You just were relying on them for it. And now you need to build that. And now is your opportunity to see that you can build that up within yourself. Okay. And then the Four of Cups here, I just want to say one thing about the Four of Cups. Negative thought patterns create negative outcome. So what you have to imagine it like this. Like, have you ever heard the saying, if you go searching for something, you're sure to find it. And that means the lens you're wearing and looking at the world through that's how you're gonna see the world. So, and I'll just give an example of a way this happens. Like, sometimes, let's say a person goes through their partner's phone because they think their partner's being unfaithful or something. And it's like their partner, and it turns out in reality, their partner's not being unfaithful. But the person who thinks their partner's being faithful gets that phone and goes through it, and they see some unsaved number, and they see like, hey, meeting for dinner this weekend, ? And it's like, their partner's seeing that, and they're like, oh, I got him. I caught him. Like, if you go looking for something, you're sure to find it, because you're already under that impression that that's what's happening. So you're filtering everything into that category. Turns out that's your partner's mother, and she just got a new phone, and they haven't saved it yet. And you make a big fool of yourself after you go, and you're like, I knew it. It's like, I'm going to have dinner with my mom. Actually, I was gonna invite you. Did you want to come? Like, and then you go have a lovely dinner with their mom, like, on the weekend. No, I'm just making a joke. But if you go looking for something, you're sure to find it, because the lens you're looking through dictates how you take in the world. So change that lens, because it's foggy and it is clouded, and it's got a dark outlook right now. And that's not how you have to see the world and other people. You got it, though. I know you're gonna get it, because look, High Priestess, the Six of Swords, Six of Voices, and the Chariot. So High Priestess, intuitive guidance, intuition comes through. There's this inner knowing, this higher knowledge that guides you through. Six of Swords is transitions, walking away and making a change for the better. And then the Chariot is, after a long and bumpy road, there's a victory, that you see the light at the end, and you come out victorious. Okay, so I'm just going to say congratulations in advance. And, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And don't say, wow, you ruined me. Say, you know what? You knocked me down, but thanks for the favors. Okay. That's all I have for you this evening.
Wow. In depth. So speaking of in depth, let me bring up your QR code for everybody. I should always have it ready, right? There it is.
There's my QR code. So if you just take scan that, or take a screenshot, it will take you to my booking site. You can book a private reading with me. I do more than just tarot readings as well. I do a dream interpretation. I do astrological, how do you say? Like, we'll map out the astrological year for you and kind of give you a guidebook of what to do and what pivotal moments there are. I also do chakra balancing. So we'll do cleansing and balancing of the chakras. You get a personal plan to unblock any of your chakras and to strengthen them. We do a consultation and figure out which ones you're struggling with and how to get them unblocked. And I come up with my own very personalized plan for you to follow. And then also I do negative energy clearing. So if there's any black magic that's been performed on you, or some sort of, you feel like there's an entity or a spirit around you that is not of light, we can do some protection against that as well. So I do a lot, but check it out. And I greatly appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
The other thing that we would love for you guys to do is to go to YouTube to Matty Tarot and Psychic Fixes, and like, subscribe, follow, whatever it wants you to do. And Psychic Fixes on Facebook as well. And Matty, you have Instagram, right?
Yeah. So my Matty Tarot Instagram, it's a long story, but my other one, somebody who was unhappy with something I had told them went and like made a report with Instagram that I was impersonating someone.
Oh
So
no.
anyway, so my Matty Tarot got shut down because they thought like I was impersonating somebody, but I was like, it's me. I'm the only like
So
it's
somebody took mine over. And I
someone
said,
took
can you
yours.
at least close it? Can you close it down? And because I didn't use it. And they just wrote like RSVTP or something. I mean, it was nothing. And I said, well, just close it down. And, and they never responded. So I said, oh, whatever.
Well, so no, I don't have Instagram right
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay.
I have my personal Instagram, but that's not for tarot. That's
Oh, okay.
when I get the tarot one up again, I will share it. But
So
yeah,
YouTube.
go to youtube.com/@Matty Tarot. And yeah, like, subscribe, make sure you put the thumbs up on the video. It really helps us. It's the only way new people see us. Okay. So make sure to go there and do that if you haven't yet.
Okay. I have some cards for soul. And you're asking about your work environment. First 4 cards are for you. Are you thinking about going on a trip? Because this is what comes down for you. Journey, move, ready to go. So this usually means that you might be thinking about going on a trip. Crossing you in temporary energy is, hey, I want everything I want to come in. I networked, I put stuff out and I want it to come in to me. You have somebody in the future. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but I do get a money-minded woman, and I get somebody that might be detail-oriented or, like really good with numbers or in accounting, something like that. So this is usually somebody that comes in that gives you some information about finances or money. I do get you saving your money as what you should, because there's a certain amount you want to build up, and I get that there's a weight for that. I'm going to tell you, even though I don't know that this is connected to the office, but I feel like you're going to get a new place to live at some point, or fix a place up or get a new place to live. Now, let's go and look a little bit more. I get the legal card. So I get this card of making the right decision, but it is also a legal card. I get you getting what you want, like a wish come true. When we talk about work environment, I do a lot of readings for that. One time I caught this guy, oh, I'm going for a promotion. It's great. It's going to be easy. And I go, no, this guy's going to try to take your job. He's underhanded. He's doing this behind your back. Oh, no, nobody's qualified. I'm going to get it. I get that next week. Hey, Debbie, you were right. This guy went in and applied for that job. And so now I'm competing with him. So I don't get any of that stuff, but I get a lot of sadness, a lot, like a double card here of heartache and sadness. So I said, okay, is it worth this? If this job, is it worth it? Yeah, you got good news and money. You need to sit down and get some new goals, though. Okay. I do get that you will get your desires, and you will reach goals. You're going to make a change for the better in your home, your career. So, yeah, it's worth it. But the only thing that I get here as far as environment energies is like a lot of sadness. Okay. A sense of loss or sadness. So I feel like there's still, the world card trumps all of that. You may also work with someone that's one nice woman there, or something. But I do feel like that once you reset your goals and what you want, I would stick with it. And I definitely talk to archangels about making sure it's the environment that you want. So ask them for help if you need somebody deflected away from you, or somebody that needs to be a little bit more cooperative. Okay, just ask them. And that's what I have for you, Soul.
That was lovely, Debbie.
And thank you for being a new subscriber.
Yes, thank you, Soul. Welcome. We hope you enjoy the show. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, wait. So I put in the chat that Maria McBarb, I had one more thing to share with her in regard to her reading and the messages I received. And I don't know if she's still here, but I'm going to say it anyway, just in case she watches this back. Maria, I had said something about someone's probably going to hurt you again in the future. I want to clarify there. As long as you avoid pain and you put up the wall and the defenses, then it's going to really, really devastate you when that pain happens, or when the blow happens, when something happens. So what's really important is learning boundaries, learning how to set boundaries with people, how to communicate your inner world and your emotions, learning, these communication tools about how to resolve conflict, how to talk about your needs, how to go about getting your needs met. A lot of people, they don't speak up right away, and they're dating. Then when they're dating somebody, it's like they're not putting out there the things that they expect, that they want to see, and they're too busy focusing on how the other person is perceiving them. And it's like, just be yourself, speak your mind, speak how you feel. Don't sweep things under the rug. If you don't like something, say something. I will say this: my first successful relationship where I feel the closest I've ever felt to somebody, it's my husband. But the most enriching, fulfilling relationship I've ever had in my life, that is worlds above anything I've ever had before. I got there through, I thought I was being a little harsh. I thought there were times where I was like, oh gosh, maybe I'm being too harsh. It's like, I'm not actually. The other person views it as like, oh, this person's not messing around. Like, this person, they know what they want. They're not taking anything less than that. They put their foot down. They set boundaries. They're not here to play games. And so, I mean, the moment I started speaking up, speaking my mind, putting my foot down and not letting anything slide, is the moment I found, a really good relationship, in my mind, a perfect relationship. And nobody's perfect. So, as close to perfect as you can get, in my opinion. But you got to address the inner wounds, your emotions. You got to learn how to communicate your insecurities, and you communicate through doubt. You got to learn how to set boundaries. And I want you to know this, that through the experiences you've had, you'll get to a point where it won't ever happen again. And you know why? Because you'll see it coming from a mile away. And before you ever get that far into that, that dance with somebody, before you ever go that far to where there's this, all this emotion attached to them, and where it hurts really bad, to separate or something. Before you ever get there, you're going to see all the red flags. You're going to directly call them out. You're going to not take any crap for answer. You're going to hold people accountable. You're going to see it coming from a mile away. And because of that, you'll be able to say, oh, you know what? I don't think this is for me, and leave and stop it right before it starts. And so there does come a time through these experiences where it won't ever happen to you again, because you've gained the awareness. And that is typically when you find, somebody that it works out with, because you know what to look for, and you know what to weed out, and you know what to not accept and what to accept. Anyway, that's all I have for you this evening.
There we go. Well, you guys, we're at the past our hour. So we will be here Wednesday for a little wisdom for everybody. And
Yes.
that'll be fun. 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you missed getting a reading because we select randomly, just tell us the next time. Hey, I missed out last, Wednesday or Monday or whatever it was. And we'll be happy to try to get you in and get you a reading, especially if you're like brand new today. Stick with it. You'll get a good reading.
Yes. And Kim Bracken, I see you just said hi, Debbie and Maddie. Hi, Kim.
Bye.
I didn't say it on Friday, but I meant to. I totally spaced it. But thank you so much. Last Wednesday, you gave me a tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I wanted to thank you personally and say I saw that. Thank you. You're awesome. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. We're actually signing off now. So
Bye, you guys. Take care.
all right.
Happy eclipse.
Bye.